Hello everyone, myself Dr. Vinayak Gandal, and today I am going to talk about heads of income. Dear students, in earlier lecture we have studied about residential status of a individual assessee, and now we have to learn about various heads of income. Dear students, as per section 14 of Income Tax Act 1961, there are five heads of income, and aggregate of all five heads of income is chargeable to tax. So it is must for all of us to understand all the five heads of income and tax treatment under each heads of income. Okay, so the first head of income is income from salary, and in the case of salary, whatever amount received by employee from his employer during the previous year as a salary income, and if his income exceeds certain limit, then the person is liable to pay tax under the head of income from salary. Okay, so it is essential for all of us to understand various forms of salary income and tax treatment of each form of salary income. Okay, another head of income is called income from house property. So, in the case of house property, whatever amount derived by the person by way of sale of house property or transfer of house property is always chargeable to tax. So, it is necessary to understand the tax treatment of income under house property. Okay. Third head of income is called income from business or profession. So nowadays there are many businessmen and professionals working in a society for getting money, for earning a profit by way of fees, remuneration, commission, profit. Okay. So whatever income they are earning during the year is always chargeable to tax under the head of income from business and profession. Okay. The fourth head of income is called capital gain, and there are two types of capital gain, like short-term capital gain and long-term capital gain. So the whatever type of amount derived by way of sale or transfer of capital asset, either short term or long term, is chargeable to tax under the head of capital gain. Okay. Then last head of income is called as a income from other sources. It means the income which is not derived under these four heads like salary, house property, business profession, and capital gain is chargeable to tax under the head of income from other sources. For example, the assessee is getting any amount by way of winning from lotteries, horse races, crossword puzzles, etc. So such income is always chargeable to tax under the head of other sources. And um, popularly it is said that the aggregate of all heads of income is called as a gross total income. So dear students, it is necessary for all of us to understand the various forms of all these five heads of income from the income tax point of view. Okay, now we have to discuss about first head of income, that is income from salary. So before discussing about income from salary and its tax treatment, the many questions may arise in front of all of us, like what is salary? So it is necessary for us to understand the meaning of salary. Okay. Question may arise, who is liable to pay tax on salary income? Also, when salary is taxable, what are the legal provisions? Means if we want to determine the taxable in income under salary, so we must consider some legal provisions as given by the Income Tax Act. And also question may arise how taxable amount of salary is calculated. What are the various tax statements in the case of salary income? Okay. So for getting answer of all these questions, we have to learn uh, various income tax provisions with relation to salary income. Okay. So first of all, we have to understand the meaning of salary. Okay. So dear students, section 17 subsection 1 of Income Tax Act 1961 provides a meaning of salary. Okay. And the salary means any types of wages received by the employee from his employer during the previous year. Salary also consists of any types of annuity or pension received by the employee from his employer after retirement or at the time of retirement. He is also chargeable to tax under the head of salary. Okay. It also consists of any amount of gratuity if assessee or employee is received from his employer during the service or after retirement is also taxable as a salary income. Okay. Encashment of earned leave also covers under the category of salary. Means whatever earned leaves which is employees having, and whatever earned leaves during the year on the credit of employees there, if it is encashed during the service or after the retirement, so amount of encashed earned leave is always chargeable to tax under the head of income from salary. And any types of payment received on voluntary retirement is also chargeable to tax under the category of income from salary. Okay. Any fees, commission, perquisites, or profit in addition to salary is received by the employee from his employer is always chargeable to tax under the category of income from salary. Okay. So, dear students, Section 15 of Income Tax Act 1961 also uh, gives the some basic information about salary income. So any salary due from employer in the previous year is also uh, called as a salary. Okay. Any salary paid or allowed to assess in the previous year is also chargeable to tax under the head of income from salary. Or any arrears of salary paid or allowed to assessee in the previous year is also chargeable to tax as a salary income. So these are the some basic provisions or conditions uh, about salary, and that must to be for all of us to understand while we are going to determine taxable income under the head of salary. Okay. So, dear students, there are some legal provisions, and that is must for all of us to consider these legal provisions at the time of determination of taxable income under the income from salary. Okay. The first basic legal provision is that is basis of charge. As per section 15 of Income Tax Act 1961, there are two types of basis of charge. First is means salary is chargeable to tax either due basis or receipt basis. Okay. So in the case of salary chargeable to tax under due basis, so whatever salary is there, and if it is taxable when it becomes due, such a salary is chargeable to tax on a due basis. Okay. For example, salary of March 2020 has become due in 2019-20, but It is paid in April 2020 and will be included in total income of previous year 2019-20. So this type of salary is chargeable to tax on due basis. Okay. Second basis of charge is receipt basis, means salary is chargeable to tax on receipt basis, means salary is always taxable when it is received. Okay, for example, salary of March 2020 received in April 2020 will be included in the total income and taxable in the previous year 2020-21. It means whatever amount of salary received in the year is also chargeable to tax in the year in which it is received. So, dear students, uh, keep it in your mind the main difference between these two bases of charge, that is, salary chargeable to tax either on due basis or receipt basis. Okay. Another legal provisions with relation to salary, that is, salary and wages conceptually not different. So we may consider whatever income received by the CC or employee by way of salary or wages is always chargeable to tax under the head of income from salary. Okay, and there must be a relationship between the two person like employer and employee. Okay, so there must be a employer employee relationship between the persons, means we have to determine taxable income from salary. At that time it is necessary for all of us to understand or to consider whether there is a proper employee employer relationship is there or not. Okay. Third provision is about salary and professional income. So whatever amount of salary and professional income which employee or assessee is getting is always chargeable to tax under the head of salary income. Received from person other than employer is always also chargeable to tax under the head of salary. Any types of or any amount of pension or family pension received by the assessee from employer or government after retirement is also chargeable to tax under the head of income from salary. Salary of member of parliament also considered as a salary income. Salary or remuneration or a commission received by the partner of partnership firm is also considered as a salary income. Okay. Now, see, this is a common format of computation of taxable income from salary. So, dear students, while the determination of taxable income under the head of salary, we have to uh, consider all forms of salary income. And there are these main three forms of salary income, like basic salary, allowances, and perquisites. Means whatever basic salary or pay scale a CC is getting from the employer is always chargeable to tax. In addition to basic salary, employee may receive a number of allowances, and the allowances means receiving of allowances is depends upon the nature of employment. So we have to consider each type of allowances and their tax treatment for the purpose of determination of taxable income under salary. Sometimes employees getting perquisites or facilities in addition to monetary benefits. In such case, value of that perquisite or facility is to be considered as a salary income. Okay. And by aggregating of all these types of income, we have a gross salary. And once gross salary has been identified, the person or assessee is allowable for a deduction under section 16. So the first deduction is allowed to the assessee, that is called as a standard deduction, and now it is for 50,000. Okay, earlier it was rupees 40,000. Second deduction is allowable to the assessee, that is entertainment allowance, and in the case of government employee, the entertainment allowance fully exempted, but normally at the time of determination of taxable income from salary, entertainment allowance firstly added in the salary income and deduction is allowed under section 16. And in the case of employee who is working in a private company, the entertainment allowance is exempt from tax to the subject to certain conditions. So we must understand the tax treatment of entertainment allowance in case of private employee also. Third deduction which assessee is getting under salary income, that is called as a professional tax. Okay. So after considering all these deduction under section 16, we have a taxable income from salary and is chargeable to tax. Okay. So dear students, today we have studied about uh, five heads of income and the first head of income, that is income from salary. If you are having any difficulties or questions in relation to that, you may ask or make a comment. Thank you.